Hello and welcome to Kerbal Space Round. Today I'm starting a new science career thing, and yes, I am bumping up the rewards a bit in places because I want the rewards to be bumped up. Okay, I'm sorry, gosh, but I am also bumping up some penalties as well so that things are more difficult, and I'm also making it so I have to purchase parts as well as research them. So yes, I am making this in some ways easier, in some ways more difficult. I also want to start with 42,000 credits, 1,200, no, not 1,200, 1,020 science, and a small bit of negative reputation. Kind of just, I'm gonna try it. Let's see if this works. Now, this is not stock. This is actually using a pack of mods that goes by the name of Career Enhancements, which is something that I threw together. And I haven't actually tested it all together yet, so I don't know how well it will all go together. And you can see there's a whole ton of stuff all over the screen that just popped up, such as Kerbal Construction Time, which is telling me that I should spend my upgrades to increase the build time in the building I will primarily be using, which would be the runway if I could. I'm gonna check the settings. Oh yes, I'm also using a custom tech tree called Mod Oriented Tech Tree, so that's gonna be interesting. There's also this thing that is Kerbal Tips, which I probably don't actually need myself, like, at all. So, you know, whatever. But, hey, have you visited the island runway? Unsure how to cancel speed when docking? Run out of money? Stuff like that. I just added it because I figured, hey, that's kind of a cool thing. Oh yes, I also have curb inside, so there's some extra stuff around the KSC. It's not just the KSC, which is actually really cool, and I need to like build rovers and cars at some point and drive around some of it. And curb inside means I can launch from various different places, although I think they've made it so that you have to buy the places that you launch from now. There's also achievements and Final Frontier and Infernal Robotics and other things, and the only ones that actually want to show up on this window are Final Frontier and Stage Recovery, which is kind of funny. I just noticed that the recording isn't recording the full window, which is lame. Lame as fuck. That was the end of someone's video. And now that I fixed the camera, you can notice that things are kind of smaller than you'd normally see. That's because I'm actually running this at 1600 by 900 resolution, and then downscaling it to 720p. Ah yes, the Final Frontier, which adds a whole bunch of statistics for your various crews. And Stage Recovery, which allows you to... What does this mean? Low cutoff and high cutoff. Oh yeah, I forgot, with Kerbal Construction Time you can have simulations. I don't know what reconditioning means. I'm gonna make Kerbal Construction Time slightly faster than it otherwise would be. I don't know what build effect means. I'll probably leave that alone for now. I really don't know what these other settings mean. I probably should figure out what they mean. Okay, I have... Oh, I can buy points with funds or with, what's it called? Science. That's interesting. And then I can upgrade Research and Development or the VAB or the SPH. Now we can build 2 things in the SPH at once and 2 things in the SPH at once. Oh my god, I can develop science per day? What? I don't know what this means, but I'm doing that too. And there we go. Upgrades spent. I don't know what I've just done, really. Begin research by unlocking tech in R&D building. Well, I'm here, and the start gives me a bunch of parts. A bunch of parts. Not a bunch, but you know, a potato-like rock. A potato-like rock. Really? Okay. Basic rocketry will give me an inline petrol generator and a Cash Corp ComSat dish remote. Highly experimental orbital communication dish with transceiver and control system interface, allowing for the remote man control of attached delivery system. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting. Or we can have some flight, which is actually enough stuff for us to have some flight, rather than just being like, ah, you can fly, sort of, not really at all. And we have some fairings available under Cash Corp Control Assist Nose Cone. Interesting. And then we have survivability, which has landing gears, and a mystery goo container that's from the Universal Storage mod, and heat shields, and life support. Life support, I forgot about that. I have life support. I need to make sure that I pay attention to that. And I have a pilot and an engineer and a scientist. I could hire more, but I'm not going to, not yet. I think the most important thing we need to do is what? First space flight of the Vostok 1, and the first blah blah blah. It consisted of this thing: interspace, conduct at least 1 orbit, and blah blah blah. This is a cool objective and stuff to do. That is awesome. Right now I think it's most important that I set an altitude record and launch a vessel. and that's all I can do for now. I can select a build time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, I've made the... Oh, fuck. Please don't be persistent, please don't be persistent. Okay, good, it isn't. I will put this down here. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm kind of recovering from a really sore throat. And more coughing than I had before, and other stuff. Wimp mode enabled. I don't know what that means. I think max fitness level should be like 120, initial should be like 100, and I guess minimum should be 0. Let's see, mission controller. Oh my god, so many far. Part classification. Interesting how all this stuff works. Oh my god, what? Oh my god, what is this? I didn't know I had this in here. It's like a guide to everything. What? What? Oh my god, that is so cool. Yeah, so that was amazing. And then I have Real Shoot, which should automatically arm when deploying, because else it will, you know, break. And of course the lovely Kerbal alarm clock and base boss. Oh, that's cool. What do these buttons do? Nothing? Nothing at all. Okay. And life support, which is going to be the death of Kerbals at some point, I'm sure. Or the game could just crash.